few of our broadcast locations in downtown Atlanta. We're all set to bring you today's action. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. So glad you could join us on this Saturday night. Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Damian Lillard is not just the best player on the Blazers, he's the team's unquestioned leader. But he said leadership is not all about talking. It's about letting others hold you accountable too. Being coachable and committing to a common purpose. For him, guys, being a leader doesn't mean he puts himself above his teammates.
I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Whiteside.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Hezonja's out there with Collins, and it's Whiteside in at the center. And for Atlanta, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Reddish out there with Young, and it's Capella in at the center position. You know, for a while, Smitty, there was some talk of eliminating conferences altogether. But the East has begun to turn things around. It's starting to emerge again.
You know, Kevin, me and you have been around a long time. It's going to always flip-flop back and forth. It was the East and it was the West. And I think right now the East right now is turning that corner. In a couple of years, it'll probably be the dominant conference. I like the way it is. I don't want to see him eliminate conferences.
I agree. Good point. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. Now Capella. Young outside. The shot that time, not on target. Good work defensively by Lillard. McCollum passes to Lillard. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Trae Young.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
You look at the Hawks franchise, moved to Atlanta in 1956. Since then, they've been unable to advance to the NBA Finals.
And both free throws good for Damian Lillard. Now with Atlanta, I think they wanted a fresh start a couple years ago, Steve, rather than be a middle-of-the-pack team.
Yeah, and a primary way to acquire stars is to reboot, dump salary, and nail your draft picks. Then, once you have the young nucleus in place, you add the veterans.
Here's Collins. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Young passes to Hunter. Collins against Collins. Capella kicks to Collins. Pass to Reddish. 6 to shoot. The Hawks again can't hit. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Last time they met was in Portland this season.
And it was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off and had a clear advantage on the backboard.
They generated second chance opportunities on one end, preventing them on the other end. That was the story of the game.
So it's the Hawks now, after the Trailblazers pick up 2.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And the basket by McCollum.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
For Atlanta, they've gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. Young passes to Collins. The Hawks working the ball around. Here's Capella. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. They get Hassan Whiteside. The Atlanta shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And the first one at the line is good. He makes 1 of 2 that time. The Trailblazers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. To the inside. Hazonia with the ball. Capella's there. That one doesn't go. The Atlanta Hawks coming to this one after the win against Brooklyn.
Yeah, they got into a terrific flow offensively, but a lot of that was because the defense they were facing was mediocre.
Yeah, it seemed like they got every shot they wanted. I'm sure they wish every game could be that way. I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan offensively. So far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
Now, here is Young. Really played well against Brooklyn in his last outing.
He's been scoreless for a while now. They're still trailing here. They might want to move to some other options offensively.
Here's Lillard. Feeds it to Whiteside. Shoots over Capella. That one wide left. The Hawks trail by 9. Tries from 16. And Reddish, the bucket on the assist from Young.
Even though he's an elite scoring talent, Young finds ways to involve his teammates.
Pass to Lillard. Over Young. Whiteside trying to break free. And Lillard gets it to go.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Young. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. And the pass to Reddish. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Back to Young. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Whiteside's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the paint, here's Collins. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists now in this one. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Young. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
Whiteside gives enough space, waits, elevates. Quality block shot by the big fella.
Lillard misses.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Steve, how do you feel about the top college players getting some sort of compensation for their work?
You know, I don't know about top college players, Kevin. I think if you're going to do it, it has to be all college players because it's a team. And I think if you look at it, some of the ways I would love to see it, if those guys can get health insurance benefits, if they can get a longer time to finish their education. I love that type of compensation.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Reddish.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Pass to Hunter. Fires from deep.
Yeah, but you have to like the mentality to get inside, even though they're struggling to finish. And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta, trailing by 13. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Uses the glass that time, and it's good.
He sees the whole floor, and he's making some quick decisions. Trae Young gets what he wants from the mid-range.
Lillard against Young. The three from McCollum. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 4 rebounds in this game. Lobbed up there for Collins. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
One of the best young lob men in the business. John Collins finished with an exclamation point.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Shoots. Unable to get that one. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Young taking his time here. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Whiteside's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. That one falls. McCollum's got 8.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Atlanta with the ball. 11-point game. Reddish dishes to Collins. He kicks to Young. Got a piece of it. 5 to shoot. And stolen by Whiteside. That's tipped. And now here comes Young leading the break. Here's Reddish. And the rejection by Collins. Pass to Hazanya. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
And look, a tough rookie season for Zach Collins, but boy, he's bounced back much better in terms of shooting, showing why he was taken in the top 10 back in 2017.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Clint Capella. Kevin Huerter comes in for Hunter. Bembry's checked in for Reddish. And it's Teague in for Young. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Whiteside. Anthony comes in for Zach Collins. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Hazanya. Rodney Hood subbed in for C.J. McCollum.
A terrific athlete. Dedmon went undrafted a few years back, but now he's starting to grasp the mental side of the game.
And he knocks down the first one. And you look at Collins, able to protect the rim and space the floor offensively.
And fits that modern template for an NBA center. Time will tell how good he can be, but he's already making an impact.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
Lillard against Teague. Hood for 3. Collins grabs the miss. And it wasn't until midway through John Collins' second season at Wake Forest, Smitty, that he really jumped onto the NBA scouts' radars.
You're right. A 19-year-old sophomore. What he did, he led the nation in player efficiency rating. The production undeniable then and now.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
And that one falls for Collins. Steve, nothing finer than having a star on your team who also makes everyone else feel better, feel involved, right?
You're totally right, Kevin. I talked to a lot of these general managers and owners, and they talk about they're looking for the unselfish star. not just the star, the unselfish star. And what they mean by that, on the court, off the court, the guy that understands it's about team versus him.
Now here's Hood. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. They get the rebound.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
And it's Lillard missing.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
Now, here's Ariza. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And there's Lillard on the assist by Ariza. And the Trailblazers lead by 11. And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for Atlanta. Outside Collins. Bembry the pass to Teague. The 9-foot shot. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense. He might have gotten over eager.
To the inside. Count it.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Outside Collins. Passes to Herter. Shot clock at 6. Over Ariza. Herter, no good. Portland leading by 13. And it's Ariza in the corner. There's the dish to Anthony. It's good.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Here's Dedmon after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Teague drives in and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, when Teague has a step or two on the drive, he'll shield the ball and do his best to draw contact.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Free throw good, Teague.
And as you would expect from the way he plays, Teague is a terrific free throw shooter.
And the Hawks making a change here. Jones is checked in, and a switch here also for Portland. Simons, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. Both good from the line that time. Portland leading by 13. 1:57 left here in the opening quarter. Outside Hood. The pass to Ariza from past the arc. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Bembry the pass to Herter. Jones looking for an opening. Here's Teague. Rebound by Nurkic. Looking at Portland, they took a win in their last game against the Pacers.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
They knew that the arena would be rocking. And if they could execute well on the offensive end, they knew they could quiet down this hostile crowd.
Here's Bembry following the score by Trevor Ariza. Yep, that one goes in there.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
Here's Simons. Teague covering. Simons, the pass to Hood. Here's Simons. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
This is year 2 for Lloyd Pierce as an NBA head coach. still in his early 40s. The Hawks, the perfect opportunity for him to grow and develop alongside his players.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. And he's good on the second. The Hawks trail by 17. Inside, here's Dedmon. And got hung up on the dunk. Quite enough elevation there, I guess. To the middle, it's stolen by Jones. Bembry the pass to Teague. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Kicks to Dedmon. There's the triple. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
Here's Simons. Teague covering. Simons surveying the D. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more in store for you right after this. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomes. He talked about what that means to him.
A lot of responsibility. When things go bad, people are going to look to you first. They're going to point the finger at you first. And when things go well, they're going to give you the credit. So I think it's just a balance of those two things, being willing to be that guy and being excited about it. I think you got to have fun with it.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen, Trailblazers pretty much in control here.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
You've got Dwayne Dedmon. Teague out there with Bembry. Then it's Jones. And it's Herter in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
Rodney Hood very comfortable with the ball in his hands.
Here's Teague. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Nurkic with the block.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. So for the Hawks, Clint Capella comes in for Dwayne Dedman, and Hunter subbed in for Bembry. And then for the Trailblazers, Collins comes in for Anthony, and it's C.J. McCollum in for Hood. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Herter. The Hawks again can't hit.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And you talk about shot makers, C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Teague. Can they get it? Good D by Ariza. And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat grade from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
They get it again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
And fan heckling that crosses the line, Smitty. We saw the Utah Jazz ban someone for life. How can the NBA do a better job of protecting the players?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I think each organization, let's take our hat off to the Utah Jazz. They acted swiftly and quickly, and I love what they did. They banned the fan for life, and I think you got to get more of that. And also, I think, you know, as far as the NBA and also along with these teams, have some kind of pregame or, like you said, before the season starts, just to reinforcing and stating the rules.
Reddish, he's checked in for Kevin Herter. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic, and it's Hezonja in for Trevor Ariza. That one is no good. And Teague's got the ball here for the Hawks. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game, and that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them. Here's Simons following the bucket by the Hawks. McCollum outside. To the wing on the left. From the baseline. A nice shot by Simons. Simons has got 5 points so far. About 3 minutes played so far in this second quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And it's Portland with the rebound.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Pass to Whiteside. The tray. The shot missing. And Atlanta will come the other way. Pass to Teague. And that one goes. First for him tonight, 1 for 8.
And Teague just so creative in how he finishes around tough D when it's thrown his way.
Hey, who's watching them?
Here's Simons. Teague covering. And the basket by McCollum.
And they're not afraid to let it fly from deep. They're looking to extend their lead with the 3-ball here in the second quarter.
For Atlanta, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Now, here's Reddish. He's guarded closely. From 12 feet out. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Down low, here's McCollum. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. Capella's got 7 rebounds in the game. Shoots the 3. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Simons. 5 points in the game. Passes it to Whiteside. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Hassan Whiteside looking comfortable. This shot has expanded his game.
Now here's Teague. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
It's stolen by Jones. Teague with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Capella kicks to Jones. Second chance shot. And the rejection by Collins. And it's McCollum off the drive. This is his first free throw of the game.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good.
And they've had their difficulties from the line here in the second. Could extend their lead if they just make some more free throws.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Collins comes in for Jones. Young is subbed in for Teague. Damian Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. And he sinks the second. Atlanta's gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Reddish the pass to Collins. Young inside. Covered by Lillard. Young dishes to Capella. That one no good. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Reason why momentum can flip so quickly. We see it time and time again. Teams giving up big leads.
Here's Young. Following the score by Damian Lillard. And Young kicks to Reddish. The pass to Hunter. Trying to get something going. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And the defense has to recognize this. Hunter is a legit threat to shoot off the catch.
Young against Lillard. Pass to Whiteside. Shoots over Capella. The second chance effort. Whiteside, no good. Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. They get it back.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Effort's been there. Check mark. The physicality. Check mark. They set the tone for this game early on.
Elbow. 2.
When he was drafted, Damian Lillard said he wanted to go to the Blazers with the 6th pick. The opportunity to play right away and be embraced by the city of Portland.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And Damian Lillard says, Greg, win or lose, he wants to stay in Portland. He keeps his residence there year-round.
And talk about his loyalty. In high school, lightly recruited. He ends up committing to Weber State. His senior year, all the big schools come calling. And Lillard kept his commitment. That shows you how he's built.
Hey, Steve, if your team is holding on to a narrow lead, which player do you want defending that last shot of the game?
I would say Kawhi Leonard, Giannis because of his length, Paul George, Draymond Green, and I really Klay Thompson. Not that he's going to block the shot, but he always stays in position.
Here's Lillard following the basket by Trae Young. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Pass to Whiteside. Over Reddish. And Whiteside with the basket on the assist by McCollum. McCollum's got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Young. He averages over 27 points a game and seems to always find a way to score. And stolen by Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And how about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
The Hawks shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. Capella kicks to Hunter. Five on the clock. Here's Reddish. And again, it's Atlanta.
Boy, did he burrow his way in there, and the D just sort of backed off.
Portland's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Lillard against Young. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Here's Lillard, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Oh, he's heating up here now in the second quarter. Watch out.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Outside Collins. Passes it to Young. Clock at 6. And it's Whiteside with the rebound.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
They've had better patience, better shot selection so far, but we still have a long way to go.
So it's the Hawks now. After the Trailblazers pick up 2. Capella kicks to Reddish. Gets that one to drop. That's his 3rd field goal in 8 tries.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Lillard outside. Now the pass to McCollum. Launches a 3, and Damian Lillard, another 3. Lillard's got 13 points now in the quarter.
Building off a solid first quarter, he's been lights out here in the second.
Young against Lillard. Tries from the block. Young's shot is off. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. So for the Hawks, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Clint Capella. Kevin Huerter comes in for Hunter. And DeAndre Bembry's subbed in for Reddish. Portland also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Whiteside. Anthony comes in for Collins. Rodney Hood subbed in for Mario Hezonja. 1:58 left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Huerter. Outside Collins. He dishes it to Young. And a miss there on the triple.
Oh, man, he hasn't had the rhythm tonight. Tried to make up for it there, but it just wasn't meant to be.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
1:35 left to play here in the half. Young against Lillard. Young passes to Collins. McCollum with the ball. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
The 7'4" wingspan of Dedmon, hard to get your shot over that. Hustle points count just like any others. That's a great play.
And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. Outside Collins. Here's Bembry. He had 13 points in the win against Brooklyn. Just 5 to shoot. Looking to end the run. Portland grabs the miss. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando, and they'll take on the Magic. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did.
Yeah.
And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it. 35 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Young passes to Collins. Here's Bembry. He's guarded by McCollum. Back to Collins. 6 to shoot. Over McCollum. The Hawks again can't hit.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
Anthony misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly. Is that good defense or bad offense?
Probably a little bit of both. You know, I think we're competing defensively, and they've missed some opportunities.
It's led to good results for you, though. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He ended up with 22 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
One of the things Lillard gives you year after year is consistency. Look at his stats. They're almost the same across the board every season. And then he has nights like this where he takes it up a notch.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Hawks?
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins is out there with Hazonia. And it's Whiteside in at the 5, down low.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Hawks shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. Young outside. Pass to Capella. Collins kicks to Young. Lots of room. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Young's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
He does a good job of making quick reads and quick decisions off ball screens. Young always looking under control.
Shot by Collins, no good. Lillard against Young. Here's Reddish fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
I love that Trae Young puts his passes on target and in spots where his teammates are comfortable playing.
One shot.
That free throw good from Reddish. And, of course, there's no questioning Cam Reddish's talent level. Greg, he has a high ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, great size, length, the fluidity as an athlete. He can make an impact at both ends of the floor, shoots the three well for a young player, and you love his ability to match up really 1 through 5. Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Huerter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always. Here's Lillard after Clint Capella's bucket. McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. The 3 ball. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 8th assist here tonight. Stolen by McCollum. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Shot by Collins, no good. Hawks have gone 3 of 4 so far in the 3rd quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Now, here's Reddish. He's guarded by McCollum, and Reddish with the slam.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Now, here's Lillard. 27 points for him. Collins in the post, working on Collins.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. And here's Reddish. He's got 11. Young passes to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Ooh, the timing of Young's passes in pick and roll, absolutely impeccable.
Lillard scanning the floor. McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. There's the 3. Reddish grabs the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Collins. And Collins is right there. Collins has got 7.
Continue to expand his arsenal. John Collins has become a legitimate go-to scorer.
To the paint. Here's Azania. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 5 assists tonight.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Now, here's Collins. 7 points in the game. Young finds Capella. Young's shot is off. Hawks passing it around. Now, here's Reddish. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Another shot. Doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Portland's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Inside, here's McCollum. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And here's a look at some numbers for Young.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
They throw good. McCollum for the Hawks. Damian Jones is checked in for Capella, and it's Teague in for Hunter. And then for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Whiteside. Riza comes in for Hezonja, and it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Hawks have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Here's Young. Count it. Good. Young's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Portland's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. McCollum outside, beyond the arc. Rebound by the Hawks. Collins has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Young against McCollum. Goes up at the stripe, and Reddish, the bucket on the assist by Young. Young's got 5 assists tonight.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Here's Simons. 5 points in the game. To the inside. Oh, that's blocked. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That is his first foul of the game. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Atlanta. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Anthony's checked in for Zach Collins. Rodney Hood subbed in for McCollum. For Atlanta, they've gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great third quarter for them offensively. Teague finds Young. Lets it go from 14. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds in the game. To the middle. Here's Anthony. Fades away and sinks the tough shot. Anthony's got 8.
Just taking what the defense allows, and that's a shot he'll make all night.
Atlanta shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Passes it to Dedmon. Teague with the ball, now guarded by Hood. Here's Young. That shot no good. Good work defensively by Anthony. The Trailblazers have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Here's Simons. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. The second effort. And the nice bucket inside from Anthony. He's got 10.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Reddish the pass to Dedmon. Outside, Jones. Clock at 6. Back to Dedmon. Good D by Ariza. Portland's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. And there's the pass to Simons. And it's Anthony, top of the key. Good defensive work there by Young. Here's Reddish. Can't connect from short range.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Now here's Jones. T kicks to Jones. Here's Dedmon, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Dedmon's got 7 points.
The toughness of Dedmon showing up again, making the extra effort play, finishes through contact.
Pass to Hood for 3. Atlanta with the rebound. Dedmon's got his 4th rebound in this one. Young in the corner. Gets an open look and hits.
Let me tell you, off the catch, Trae Young transfers the ball into his shot pocket as quickly as anyone.
Here's Simons. Teague covering. Young against Hood. And the foul on Cam Reddish. And that'll be his third foul so far. Kevin Herter, he's checked in for the Hawks. DeAndre Bembry comes in for Trae Young. Here's Simons. Teague covering. Kicks it to Nurkic. 5 to shoot. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And it's Simons missing. The Hawks shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Looking to get back on track here. Ariza with the rebound. Portland's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Teague against Ariza. Now here's Teague. D right on him. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one is on Ariza.
Teague is just so elusive on the court that he'll catch you leaning and force you to pick up a foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. So he gets them both. Portland's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Simons, the pass to Ariza. And Jones sends it back. Here's Herter. The three-pointer, no good. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game. And the first one drops. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Amazing story for Dwayne Dedmon. Didn't play organized basketball until he was 18. Undrafted out of USC, but his talent has won out.
Portland's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Offensive rebound. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for 1 more coming up.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
And he may have picked up the game late, but Dedmon is making up for lost time.
What I like, he's improved his hands and decision-making. Even added a three-point shot the last couple of years. You can tell he's putting the work in.
Lillard's checked in for Anthony Simmons. Free throw, no good for Nurkic. The Hawks shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Damian Lillard.
And I love that Teague didn't slow up when he got inside and went right in and drew the foul.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
He's been doing really nice work at the line. 83%.
And he makes the first.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
He doesn't get the second one.
And it's easy to see why a team would want Ariza on their roster. Makes the right decisions, mentors young players, and is well respected throughout the league.
So it's the Hawks now, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. Bembry kicks to Teague. Pass to Herter. Lets it go with a three. Portland grabs the miss.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 27. Chalk up 2 there. And that's 12 points for Carmelo Anthony.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
There's 48 seconds left here in the third quarter. Teague deciding where to go with it, and the layup is good.
And if you give Teague a look at the lane, he'll take it without a second thought. He loves to drive to the rim.
Teague against Lillard. Outside Hood. Passes it to Carmelo. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Nurkic can't hit. Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Knocked loose. Teague the pass to Dedmon. Inside, here's Bembry, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Bembry's got 6.
Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers, able to put on a show for the ages. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be right back after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got Bembry, and it's Fernando in at the 4 slot. So that's the Hawks 5. Here's Herter. The pass to Bembry. Back to Herter. 6 on the shot clock. Over Trent. Swanigan pulls it in.
It's a shot you would think he would make, but he just doesn't make it all the time.
To the inside. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Lillard. Lillard's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
The Hawks shooting 32% overall right now, not one of their better showings. Here's Fernando. Bembry. And he makes that one.
And even if you risk a foul, the D has to play him tougher when he gets it that deep.
And if you don't, they keep finding the matchup every time up the floor.
To the right side. Here's Trent. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Bembry the pass to Herter. Graham surveying the floor. Dishes to Jones. Here's Bembry. From 12 feet out. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
Pass to Trent. for the three, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got his 9th assist in the game now. The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Pass to Herter. Well, Steve, we keep seeing new arenas and new state-of-the-art training facilities. As a player, what do you value more, the home court or the practice court?
Kevin, I really think it's the practice court because you spend so much time there. But a lot of times now, franchises have both, the home court and their practice facility right inside the arena. If you can have the practice court at an all-time high, something guys like and love, they'll spend a lot of time there.
Vince Carter, he's checked in for Atlanta. Passes to Graham. Rebounded by Anthony. Anthony's got 8 rebounds in this game. Lillard, the pass to Swanigan, and the layup falls.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Here's Bembry, covered by Lillard. Launches it, and it's Vince Carter with the three. Carter's got his first 3 points of the game.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Outside Anthony. To the paint. Here's Lillard, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Lillard's got 31 points.
These are big buckets. He's been instrumental in helping them try to close out this game.
Fernando, the pass to Bembry. Shoots over Lillard. Swanigan pulls it in. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. There's the pass to Anthony. Shot left block. He feeds it to Little.
Hold on! Kevin, you got to buckle up on that one.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Carter outside. The Hawks working the ball around. Outside, Jones. Carter outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Fernando. That's in there. Carter with the assist.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Lillard outside. Well, we were just talking about this, Steve, as the game of basketball always evolves. You look at the WNBA now. The quality of play there is terrific.
The talent level in the WNBA is at an all-time high. I love watching and gaining some tricks on how they play the game. And also, Kevin, athletically, there's a lot of young ladies being able to dunk the basketball now.
Absolutely amazing. You're right, Steve. Here's Anthony. It's not going to go for him. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Simons is checked in. Hawks have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Now Carter. Here's Bembry. Pass to Fernando. Here's Bembry. From past the arc. Rebounded by Anthony. Anthony's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Simons. And Jones sends it back. Here's Bembry. Pass to Graham. Carter outside. Here's the 3. Portland grabs the miss. Anthony's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Down low, tries from 10. Rebounded by the Hawks. Here's Bembry. The shot that time, not on target. Excellent D there from Anthony. Here's Trent, defended by Carter. Smitty, for players, social media can build their brands and they can engage their fans, but there are some downsides.
Yes, it is, Kevin. I mean, it's a fantastic tool, like you said, for endorsement and bringing those fans into your home or into your life. But the downside, people can see some things they don't want to see, and also you can regret posting a lot of things.
I think, yeah, sometimes people do regret hitting that send button. So, yeah, they got to be careful. You're right. For Portland, they've gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. That one falls.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's Bembry. Pass to Carter. Can they get it? No good that time. Now Portland takes it the other way. Little with the ball. Now the pass to Trent. Pass to Simons. Here's Trent. Tries again, and Anthony lays it in. Anthony's got 10 points in just the second half.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
Graham, the pass to Fernando. With the NBA looking to improve officiating, Smitty, they'd like to revise the rule book to more closely match the way the game is played. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, we have to evolve. I think now the game has evolved to more three-point shots, so you got to look at also defense, hand checking, and now we're talking a lot about, you know, room for guys to land, whether it's a foul or not. So I think it will evolve, and it should be because the game is evolving.
Graham, the pass to Bembry.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
Here's Simons. Pass to Trent. Here's Swanigan, defended by Carter. Shoots from the right block, uses the glass to drop it in.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Bembry. Steve, for players, success brings so many opportunities, but sometimes the glitz and the glamour and the lifestyle get in the way of success on the basketball court.
You know, it does, Kevin. A lot of these guys have a lot of things going off the court, and you want to encourage that. It's just when anything off the court starts to affect on the court, then it becomes a problem. Some guys can handle it from the beginning. Others need to mature before they can find that balance.
Passes a little. Here's Simons. Puts up a 3. Carter pulls it in. And here is Graham. Here's Fernando. A rebound by Simons. To the wing right side. first one falls for him. He hits both from the stripe. Portland's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Now here's Anthony. You know, Smitty, Commissioner Adam Silver has been outspoken in saying there will be a female NBA head coach, and he says it's on him to help it happen sooner than later. And Steve, we already see many women in various categories in the NBA all over the league right now.
So true, Kevin. I love the diversity, and it's much needed in our league. And I would say Adam Silver has done a great job of taking us in that direction.
Little gets the bucket.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Banbury kicks to Carter. Outside, Jones. The Hawks working the ball around. Carter outside, 3 on the clock. Over Trent. The Hawks again can't hit. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Portland.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
A 2-game season series, they win them both and complete the sweep.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Damian Lillard.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense early on. Then once he found his groove, he stayed aggressive throughout.
Trent gets the bucket.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
Carter inside the 3-point line. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Carmelo, what did you like best about the win tonight?
We just played hard. We came out here ready to play. We jumped out there quick on the defensive end, and offensively we got it going again. And it was a great team win today, though.
Everybody contributing. Carmelo, thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.